Welcome to Indianapolis Motor Speedway, qualifying underway for the Fort Worth Screen Printing Xfinity Series. Cars just starting to head out on track. Got Wes Parker, 22. Also on track, Bikey, Cleaver, Wilkinson, Madigan. Five minutes to set your fastest time. You get 2 laps to try and do it. Outlap does not count. Joseph Madigan on track. Cody Cleaver. Checking on 19, Justin Wilkinson. Wilkinson running a special Tony Stewart paint scheme for Indianapolis. Crosses the yard of bricks to start his officially timed first lap. Saw a little netcode throw sparks there. That was interesting. Go on board Wilkinson because I believe he painted his helmet up too. There you go. Got that nice Tony Stewart helmet. Pretty cool. Let's go for a ride around the Brickyard with him. Coming to the start-finish line. Got fans on both sides, like I'm driving through a valley. Down into turn number 1, then you got a short shoot between 1 and 2. And try to carry as much speed on corner exit without smacking the long back straightaway. Dive it on down into turn number 3. Another short shoot. Try to carry your momentum off of 4 to the start-finish line. See if he's able to improve on lap number 2. Lap number 2 just 5 thousandths slower. Lap 1 will remain lap of record for Justin Wilkinson. Wes Parker currently your pole sitter in a 22. Parker pulls it down and stops it. Thomas Green sitting in 3rd. One of the SHR machines. Green on his 2nd lap right now. First one was a 53.79. Second one slower, 53.92. So first lap will be lap of record. Seems nearly everyone going slower on lap number 2 except for Madigan. Madigan's fastest was the 2nd lap. So we'll find the Ghost Man here. Ghost Man's on his 2nd lap. First one of 54.15. Big slide out of the Ghost Man coming off of 4. Across the line. Does go faster. 53.90 for Mr. Travis Martin. Gets him up to P6. Ethan Evers puts his 8 car in 8th spot. Bikey just sitting on pit road. Clapper Newell already completed his qualifying, out there getting some extra laps. Hayden Lowell to the top of the charts. Number 5 Lowe's machine, Jimmy Johnson throwback. Hayden coming to the line for lap number 2. Slower on 2nd lap, but the first one's good enough for the pole. Don't believe any other drivers are on track, so that will be your starting lineup. 14 cars taking a time. 24 cars registered for this one. We got pole sitter Hayden Lowell. Nice work there, Hayden. Trying to get all of my various ducks in a row here. We got a lot of ducks. Gotta keep them in rows. Alright, we should be gridding up here for the race time. See if we can find our pole sitter. Not yet. Not on track yet. I can get rid of this. There he is. Hayden on track now. Let the rest of the field start forming up. Of course sound commands are off. Can't have them during the race. Wes Parker blinking. It's not a good sign. Of course they off. Right. Let's give you a starting lineup here once they start rolling. We'll check out, see if Hayden's in chat. Not seeing Hayden in chat, so we will not get a chat with him. I was going to bring him in, talk about his pole lap, but not hanging out in chat. No soup for you, Hayden. Starting lineup for the Brickyard. It's going to be Hayden Lowell on the pole in the 5 Low Chevrolet. Wes Parker alongside the Pinnacle Racing Fabrication Toyota. Second row will be Justin T. Wilkinson and his Tony Stewart machine, alongside Season 3 champion Thomas Green, Side Hustle Graphics number 3 machine. Joe Madigan gets the third row inside line with the 76 Napa machine. Travis Martin starts alongside the Mr. Ghostman Ford. Jarrett Hellman Chevrolet starts in 7th. Ethan Evers Elite Driver Development EPI Chevrolet starts in the 8th spot. Cody Cleaver's Blockbuster Racing Ford Mustang starts in 9th. Clint Roberts Cardinals Chevrolet starts in 10th. Ian Montrose the Monster Ford starts 11th. Jeremy Scherer's Chevrolet Accessories Machine starts in 12th. Nathan Lafayette's Penguin Security Services 13th. Jeremy Clapham Newell, the Martin Sports Elite Performance Industries Mustang, starts in 14th. Mike Edwards, Fort Worth Screen Esports Idea Lease Toyota, starts 15th. Tyler Layden in the 83 VHDE Ford Mustang starts in 16th. Dalton Hayes, Interstate Batteries Toyota, 17th. Jay Munch in the Fluffy Mustang starts in 18th. Bill Rivard, Mountain Dew Zero Sugar, rolls off in 19th. JR Deal, Little Caesars Hot and Ready, starts 20th in his Toyota. Brandon Bikey, the 27 Chevrolet, starts 21st. Mark Dingman, 22nd. Daniel Llewellyn, 23rd. Labor 12 Chevy. And Scott Elston's Traxxas Toyota starts in 24th. Also, Mark Dingman has the Trading Authority on board. Forgot to mention them. Now we got them. Everybody covered. Field works their way through turn number 4. We're about to get set for 95 laps from the big yard. Trying to see where we get the best TV angles here. I like this one. Pretty cool looking. Mustang dives down pit road. Field has to wait for the green flag. Long straightaway end. There it is. Barney waves in the green flag. We are underway from Indianapolis. 24 cars take to the track. Ethan Evers getting very high in the 8 car. Way up by the wall. That's what it cost him 2 or 3 spots. Oh, the 21 Clapper Newell is around. Smacks the inside wall back out onto the racetrack. Daniel Llewellyn with the evasive maneuver. And there is our yellow flag. Llewellyn able to escape damage. Let's go back and see what happens to Clapper Newell. 21 car looking in rough shape. May have to go on board. And let's see. Jump on his roof cam. Gets up and into the 83. Shoots him down into the inside wall. Hard hit. Engine blown. That's going to be a tow. Brutal hit for the 21. It looks like he just got up and into the 83 on his outside. See him making their way through turn 1 just fine. Get down to turn 2. 21 drifts up. 83 is not all the way up by the wall, and contact. 21 into the inside wall. Motor blown. Tough break for the 21. Jeremy Clapper Newell missed part of the season being out of town. Glad to have him back, but man, tough break. Lap number 2. It is the eve of said thing. Well, that was a quick yellow. Unexpected to have them that early at Indianapolis, but they do happen. Dodgeball. Hey Mike, since you're here, I have an idea. I think we should start giving out bonus points to cars that have the correct decals on. So like Hayden Lowell would get them. Wes Parker would not. Just a thought. So we can jump through. Hayden's got the right one. Wes doesn't. Justin does. Madigan does not. Thomas Green has an old one. I give him half credit. Travis Martin does not. Tom Ash does not. Cleaver does. It died on pit road. I thought it blew up on the backstretch. Montrose does not. Evers has them. I think we should do that, Mike. For all the series. Give people a bonus point every race they run the right decals. Encourage people to have a reason to put them on. So we could be worth up to 15 points to run the right decals all season. You never know when those 15 points will matter. Of course, we can't institute it this season, but next season, I think it'd be pretty cool. Can't go throwing a curveball at him like that. Oh, bike keep blinking in and out. Tara's got his on. Dingman's got his. Bill's got his. Daniel, put your decals on. Clapper now 1 lap down. Fortunate to only be 1 lap down with the motor popping. If we don't get a 1 to green here, we're gonna try to find someone to chat with. Such a long pace lap. I'm good at things just not painting cars. Wes Parker driving through the pace car. Lights do go out. Probably have enough time to interview him anyway. Such a long pace lap. Wes Parker cheating to get a lap lead. Hungry Howies? Never heard of them. Should put a Hunt Brothers Pizza out there though. This is such a long pace lap. Definitely should have pulled Wes in. I'm still gonna pull him in. Why not? Wes.
Hello?
Stop cheating to get a lap lead.
Oh, did I? I really wasn't paying attention. I was just clutching.
Yeah, it's
just trying to save fuel and stuff.
You need to save fuel at the brickyard since when?
Well, I don't want to go in at the same time as everybody else does.
10-4. Alright, we're getting set for a restart. Good luck to you, buddy.
Thank you.
We don't have Hayden, we'll just talk to Wes. Team player. Field back to the green. Hayden Lowell wasting no time. I don't know if I'm a fan of this strat. Let's try this one. It's not bad. Wes Parker clears to second. Justin Wilkinson settles for third. Joe Madigan fourth. Thomas Green fifth. Travis Martin. Jarrett Talmadge. Cody Cleaver. Ian Montrose. Clint Roberts, your top 10. Tyler Lanen in 11th. Ethan Evers 12th. Jeremy Scher, Mike Edwards, Dalton Hayes. Hayes to the inside of Edwards. Hayes sends it on in low. Now he's up alongside the 15. Up ahead, Madigan battling with Tito Wilkinson in the 19. Very close to contact. Able to keep them off one another. Those two Mustangs live to see another day. Wilkinson loses the third spot. Now under attack from Thomas Green in the 3. Earnhardt Machine trying to take away the 4th spot. What up, D-Waddy Bama? Thomas Green does clear to 4th. Wilkinson sliding back a little bit after his qualifying effort. Hayden Lowell's lead is shrinking a little bit. Set down on the inside, Nathan Lafayette. 0-0 going slow. Not sure what happened to Lafayette, but he's now the first car 1 lap down. Clapper Newell's around again in the 21. Rough race for the EPI Mustang. Gets it rolling again. Let's go back and see if we can find what happens to the 21 this time around. Just a long slide. You see him in front of Mark Dingman behind Daniel Llewellyn. Looks like the back end just comes around on him. Locks it down to try and preserve the race car. Already used 1 fast repair. Able to keep it off the wall. We stay green, and Clapper Newell falls all the way to last place. Justin Wilkinson. Car coming back to life now, all over the back bumper. Thomas Green looks to the inside, going down the backstretch. Has the nose alongside. See if Thomas Green fights him for this. Green let him go wisely. Much better to go single file through the corners. Keeps both of your cars' momentum and speed up instead of hurting you both. Yeah, Montrose got to look close to the outside wall there. See if Lanen's able to make a move at the end of the straight. Lanen looks down low, but I don't think he's... Well, Montrose gets a little wide. That's actually going to give Lanen a lane to run through. And keep it to his inside through the short chute, down into 2. We door to door down the backstretch as Lanen got a little loose coming off the corner. Montrose trying to hold on the high line. Montrose enters way wide. should all but give the position to Lanen once they go through turn number 4. Now Clint Roberts trying to get the job done in the Cardinal Chevrolet. Clint got a really good run off the corner there. Impressive considering he was on the inside. Roberts going to try to get alongside Lanen as well. Not quite able to get the nose of that Camaro inside the Mustang. Ethan Evers, oh my goodness, nearly a collision between the 8 and the 2. Ethan Evers, Ian Montrose. I don't think Montrose knew Evers was there. Fortunately, at the last second, able to avoid contact. We stay green. Hayden Lowell still enjoys about a 3/10 lead over Wes Parker. Madigan second, Wilkinson third, Justin's fourth, Thomas Green in fifth. Travis Martin in sixth spot. Jarrett Talmadge in seventh. Oh yes, the 8 and 2 definitely have some history. Definitely. Cody Cleaver, quiet race so far, sitting in the 8th spot. Blockbuster racing machine. We got this battle between Lanen and Roberts. Evers trying to be a part of it as well. Evers to the inside of Clint Roberts. The Dalton Hayes in the background. If he didn't get the wall, he was darn close. Ethan Evers takes a short way around, gets by Clint Roberts. Indy races tend to get these long green flag looks. Rev wants to go fast. So that'll move Evers up into the top 10. Slide Roberts back to 11th. Dalton Hayes coming on the pit road, as is JR Deal. I think accidentally. Dalton Hayes getting up and into the outside wall. Comes down right into JR Deal. Very unfortunate. Then they sandwich against the inside wall. I assume they both just go to pit road after that. JR Deal heading down to his box. Looks like he's taking a fast repair in tires. Probably the smart move to do. Dalton Hayes, seen him struggling a little bit out there. They're both about to go a lap down. Here comes Hayden Lowell. TJR Deal on the inside going a lap down. Tough break for the 9 and 47. JR Deal just nowhere to go. Wrong place, wrong time. And a very tough track to try and make up ground again. So Hayden Lowell now by almost a full second over Wes Parker. Parker falling back towards Joe Madigan. Madigan in the 3rd spot. And you have Thomas Green, Justin Wilkinson still very close to one another. Been battling for this 4th spot for a bit. Travis Martin in 6th. Jarrett Talmadge 7th. Cody Cleaver in 8th. Ethan Evers, I believe, just brushed the wall coming off of the turn number 4. Ever so slightly, just a little kiss. Have JR Deal on fresh tires now in the 9. Goes by Tyler Lanen. Clint Roberts trying to follow him through. That one would be for position. Battle for 10th. Roberts able to get by Lanen. Lanen then cuts off the 14 of Mike Edwards, who was trying to follow through. Edwards probably not too thrilled about that. Edwards in 12th. Ian Montrose in 13th. Brandon Bikey 14th. Bill Rivard in 15th. Jeremy Scher 16th. Jay Winch 17th behind the lap machine of Dalton Hayes. Hayes, I guess, did not take his fast repair. See the hood's buckled up on the 47. Scott Elston currently 18th. There's Daniel Llewellyn and Mark Dingman. Those two 19th and 20th. And cars that have been in contact, JR Deal 21st. First car 1 lap down. In the free pass position should we happen to get a caution. Not likely with this series. Nathan Lafayette 22nd. And then Dalton Hayes you see behind him. Hayes' car pretty damaged. Currently in 23rd spot. And Clapper Newell, we've seen his multiple struggles in the 21. He's in 24th and about to go a second lap down as that is the leader Hayden Lowell behind him. Working lap 16 of 95. 2.5 mile racetrack. So nearly going 250 miles in this one. Hayden Lowell now nearly a 2-second lead over new second place Joe Madigan. Madigan has gotten by Wes Parker. See if we can see how that unfolds. Madigan drafts him down the long back straightaway, tucks to his inside right as they get to the corner. Parker doesn't fight him too much, lets him go ahead and have it. That is how second place changed hands. Madigan already putting a half second over Parker. Thomas Green in 4th. He's gotten a little bit of separation from Wilkinson. Wilkinson's fallen back to the ghost man. Travis Martin trying to find a way around his teammate. There you go. Travis Martin up into the top 5. Justin Wilkinson falling back a little bit. And then you have Talmadge, the lap machine of JR Deal. Deal hoping a yellow comes out so he can get his lucky dog, or have everyone pit, then the yellow come out and he'll be sitting pretty. Talmadge kind of by himself in the 7th spot. Cody Cleaver definitely by himself. 2.5 ahead, 2.5 behind. Plenty of a relaxed drive for the 4 machine. Clint Roberts, similar situation. He is closing in on Cleaver. 87 Cardinals machine moving forward. See Cleaver blew the corner a little bit, was way up high there. Now Clint has it down under a second. Clint can see him struggling a little bit. We're going to stay here because this is our closest battle on track. Cleaver's struggling. Somehow gained some speed there though. Saw him about knock down the wall. Clint gets a real good drive coming off turn number 2. Now using the draft down the back straightaway. Now Clint right in the tire tracks of Cody Cleaver. And Cleaver gets loose coming out of turn number 3. Robert's going to peek down low. Cleaver going to get up high. Roberts going to be able to drive it off the corner pretty straight and clear him really quickly. So Roberts moves up and into 7th spot as Wes Parker on pit road. 22 pitting. Lap 21. Have to believe this is a strategy call by Parker. Trying to be the first one to pit road. Slides it into his box. So Wes Parker, first of our front runners to hit pit road. Keep an eye on Hayden Lowell. See if he reacts. And Lowell does react. Comes down the very next lap. Madigan stays on track. See Justin Wilkinson, the 5th place car, coming to pit road. Who's that behind him? I believe that's Clint Roberts in the 87. These drivers fall down the running order and hard to keep up with them dropping down. There's Clint. Also have the 4 of Cleaver on top 22. Ethan Evers on pit road. Tyler Lanin. Wallen's still on track. Ian Montrose down pit road. Jeremy Sher. Scott Elston pit road. A busy place here on lap 22. And then JR Deal a lap down. Clapper Newell in the 21 way up out of the groove. Trying to let everybody through. He's now 2 laps down. See if Madigan comes this time by. Madigan does come, bringing Thomas Green with him. Thomas Green very fast into the pit lane. There's no way that wasn't a penalty for the 3 car. There's no chance in hell he made that pit road. We'll keep an eye and make sure for reporter's sake. Wes Parker, by the way, had a 50-second pit stop, so I believe Wes Parker may have picked up a penalty. Unfortunate for Wes Parker. 50-second pit stop, not where you want to have one. So current race leader Mike Edwards still hasn't come to pit road. Bill Rivard, Brandon Bikey actually battling for 2nd place. Thomas Green still sitting on pit road. So pretty evident that he did pick up that pit road penalty. Unfortunate. Mike Edwards comes to pit road on lap 23. Bill Rivard stays out, assumes the race lead. Getting a lap led in the 10. Jay Munch in the 69 stays out. Edwards, Bikey, and Dingman all on pit road. There's Bikey. Here comes Dingman. Everyone stops in their box nice and clean. Bill Rivard, Jay Munch, race leaders. See if Bill comes on lap 24 or stays out longer. Bill's keeping it tight to the white line, coming down pit road in the number 10 Mountain Dew machine. Uh-oh, tags the inside wall under braking. Bill Rivard getting some damage there. Jay Munch also on pit road. That should hand the lead back over to Hayden Lowell when we are all said and done. Here comes that Lowe's machine. Hayden Lowell takes back over our race lead. Now has a 6.6 6.7 gap over Joe Madigan. Lowell hoping this thing stays green for sure. 70 laps to go. Justin Wilkinson now in the 3rd spot. Wilkinson not having to worry about the 3 car now as he picked up a pit road penalty. Here's Travis Martin in the 4th spot. Jarrett Talmadge up to 5th. Clint Roberts up to the 6th spot. Cody Cleaver in tow. Tyler Lehman in the 8th position. Ethan Evers has fallen back to 9th. We have Mike Edwards in the top 10. Ian Montrose 11th. Brandon Bikey 12th. Jeremy Scherer just got by JR Deal for 13th. JR 14th. Bill Rivard, Mountain Dew Machine there in 15th. Mark Dingman 16th. Scott Elston 17th. J Munch, after staying out for quite a while there, back into the 18th spot. Daniel Llewellyn currently 19th, just ahead of Wes Parker. So that penalty just brutal. Wes Parker all the way down to 20th. Still in the lead lap, as is Thomas Green, our other machine to pick up a pit road penalty. Green shown 47 seconds behind our leader. Average lap time about 53, so he's about 6 seconds ahead of our leader. And there is Hayden in the background. So Wes Parker, Thomas Green, very fast race cars, a lot of work to do. Nathan Lafayette, first car off the lead lap in 22nd. Jeremy Clapper Newell in 23rd. Dalton Hayes now in 24th. Both those cars 2 laps down. There is our battle for 2nd place. Justin Wilkinson closing in on the 76 of Madigan. Madigan sees him coming. Looks like he's adjusted his line a little bit. About equal through turns 1 and 2. Then Wilkinson able to use the draft down the straightaway. All this is happening nearly 7 seconds behind Hayden Knoll, the race leader. So that gap kind of just hanging out for now. Mike Edwards just got by Ethan Evers. That was for the 9th position. Chopped Ethan back to 10th. Thomas Green's gotten by Wes Parker. Parker now the next car in danger of going a lap down. I believe based on timing, Parker took 2 tires to try and salvage a little bit from the penalty. Parker's stop was a 50-second stop and Thomas Green had a 57-second stop. Green also getting by Llewellyn. Move him up to the 19th spot. Hayden Lowell on cruise control at the moment. 7-second gap. Gotta be loving that. Joe Madigan currently 2nd spot. So it looked like business picked up around lap 22. Something to keep in mind going forward. I believe the first car to pit road was Wes Parker, but he picked up a penalty, so it'd be hard to keep track of. This gap 0.52 between the two, so Madigan not getting too far away, but a little bit away. Edwards looks like he goes around the outside of Tyler Layden to take the 8th spot away. Let's go back and get a look at this. Edwards gets a strong run off the corner. Layden moves down to the inside on the backstretch. Looks like Layden probably lifts a little bit just to let Edwards get down into the corner. And that was the pass for the 8th spot. Here's the gap from Wes Parker to our race leader, Hayden Lowell. Wes desperate for a yellow. Try and stay in front of race leader, Hayden Lowell. Hayden. Gap came down a half second. Nothing too alarming, but interesting to take note of. Still have this battle for second. Madigan and Wilkinson. Two cars getting close on track that have a history. Plus Brandon Bikey. Ethan Evers, Ian Montrose, Brandon Bikey. 3-car battle for the last spot in the top 10. Montrose takes it to the inside. Bikey gets by as well. Ethan Evers losing 2 spots in one corner. Montrose up to 10th, Bikey 11th. Ethan drops back to the 12th spot. Bikey may have just brushed your wall a little bit there. Those cars settle out. Bikey now to the inside of Montrose. 27 Chevrolet headed to the front. Gets by Montrose, gets up into the top 10. See if he can run down Tyler Layden in 9th. Let's go on board Ethan Evers' car. And watch these two out the front. Evers got some right side damage to his car. Getting up into the outside wall coming off the corner most likely. I know it's showing Hayden Lowell in the pit. But that's just because he's so far out in front and struggling to draw. Looks like all these guys are starting to catch Tyler Layden. Here's the gap from Bikey to Layden. Layden up out of the groove. A little bit better down on this end. Let's go on board Layden and look back. See that gap coming down. Layden struggling a little bit. He's up out of the groove again. Brandon Bikey running down in that red and white 27. Bikey really able to exit the corners well. He seems to be making up his speed. Hayden Lowell's gap continues to dwindle. Right under 6 seconds now. Bikey definitely looking for a way by Tyler Lehman. Make our way down the backstretch, see what he's able to set up. He's able to get close enough going into turn number 3. Not quite there. Bikey gets a little high on entry. It's going to cost him a bit. Whoa, Ian Montrose dead sideways. Looks like Ethan Evers coming to pit road in the 8 car. Evers pitting on lap 37. That's an early pit. I was not expecting him that early. So that is our first car on the lead lap to pit the second time. J.R. Deal was the other. He's now a lap down. J.R. Deal had to take that early pit stop with the contact with Dalton Hayes. J.R. Deal now in 21st, 1 lap down. First car a lap down is now Wes Parker's. Hayden Lowell has gotten by Wes. Wes trying to stay that first car a lap down. Should he get a caution flag? Clint Roberts on pit road. 87. Rolling down pit road. Justin Wilkinson still in 3rd. Let's see, Scott Elston, J Munch, the 85 and the 69 on pit road. Best of shots. There we go. There's J Munch. J Munch missed his box, had to back up. That'll cost him a bit of time. Bikey does get by Lehman now. Move Brandon up to the 8th spot. Slide Tyler Lehman back to 9th. Joe Madigan currently in P2. Clint Roberts, by virtue of the pit stop, is a lap down. He should be closing in on Wes Parker to be the first car a lap down here shortly. Closing in on halfway of this race. And Wes Parker brings the 22 to pit road. Can't take it any longer with those 2 tires. That'll give the lucky dog to Clint Roberts should the yellow come out. Roberts in the 15th spot. There's Lehman and Bikey. 8th and 9th going by pit road. Not coming down this time. Bill Rivard's coming down. That's the 10 car. He can slow down the pit road speed. Lap number 40 for Bill in the 10. Looks like he's about the only one. We'll join Wes Parker coming out of pit road. Hayden Lowell starts lap 41, charges down into turn 1. Enjoying a 6-second lead over this guy, Joe Madigan in the 76. That's Daniel Llewellyn in tow. See a little right rear damage on that 76. It's like second place. It smacked it in the wall a little bit. Yeah, you can see the trunk buckled up a little bit. Front's got some damage too, so that whole right side's been into the wall. Could be why he is stuck at about 6 seconds back. Indeed, very aero dependent. Here comes race leader Hayden Lowell, lap 41. Madigan stays out, takes over the race lead. Lowell seemed to have a nice and controlled pit entry. Could cost him a tiny bit of time, but when you're as far ahead as he was, it's worth slowing down and not picking up a penalty. Stops cleanly in his box. Right side tires going on. Here comes Justin Wilkinson. Travis Martin. A lot of the 10/10 machines on pit road. There is Travis. Lowell down and underway. Cody Cleaver's on pit road. Bikey. Montrose. Jeremy Scher coming down in the 15. Three of Thomas Green on pit road. See Brandon Bikey heading back out. Montrose comes out of his box. Green in. Green gets a clean stop to his box. There is Scher getting his left side tires on. Madigan on pit road in the 76, race leader. Comes down one lap later. Then Hayden Lowell hands the race lead to Mike Edwards in the 14. Like Talmadge in the 16, also down pit road. Tyler Lanin coming down. Mark Dingman. Dalton Hayes in 24th back there. He's on pit road. Here's the ghost man, Travis Martin. Hayden Lowell behind Wes Parker right now after the pit stops. Parker going to be very keen to try and keep that spot. Doesn't look like he's going to be able to, though. Hayden gets to his inside and gets back around the 22 machine. Once Mike Edwards pits, that'll give the lucky dog to Wes Parker. Currently, it would be, well, now it's going to be Wes Parker as Mike Edwards hits pit road. Hayden Lowell resumes as a race leader. Edwards in his box clean. Place like Indianapolis, it's not super important for Parker to try and get in front of him because not that many cars a lap down. Won't be a big difference in where he would start. Currently Parker, Lafayette, Clapper, Newell, and Hayes, only cars off the lead lap. It's only about a 4-spot difference. 3-spot really, on whether or not he gets around the 5 cars. As long as he stays the first car lap down. Should that wild yellow up here. Justin Wilkinson now second place car. Justin is 8.3 seconds behind leader Hayden Lowell. Joe Madigan currently in third, lost the second spot. You have Travis Martin in the 4th spot, Jared Talmadge 5th. Clint Roberts up to the 6th spot. Ethan Evers is 7th. Cody Cleaver 8th. Bill Rivard in the 9th spot. Brandon Bikey, your top 10. Ian Montrose in 11th. Mike Edwards 12th. Tyler Lane in 13th. Mark Dingman 14th. Jay Wench 15th. Scott Elston 16th. Thomas Green 17th. Jeremy Scher 18th. J.R. Deal 19th. Has leader Hayden Lowell right behind him. That's what Wes Parker does not want to see. Now Wes Parker needs to get by the 9 of J.R. Deal to get back into lucky dog position. Again, JR Deal on a very different strategy after having to pit on about lap 10 for crash damage with the 47. That'll move Parker back to the lucky dog spot. Tough race for JR so far, but kudos for him staying out there. Let's go ahead and set up our stage information. Three to go in our stage. Oh, it says stage 1. We only have one, just at halfway. We give away 10 points. Well, more than 10 points, so we give away 10 points to the winner of stage, or halfway. Leader at halfway. That's what we're going for. Leader at halfway gets 10 points. Second place gets 9, on down to 10th place. It gets 1 point for the halfway. Hayden comfortably out front by 8 seconds. Almost the biggest gap in the field. Crazy that it'll be from first to second. Clint Roberts has 12 seconds over 7th place, Ethan Evers. Mark Dingman has 9 seconds over Thomas Green. Green trying to bounce back from that penalty back up to the 15th spot. Here we go. Hayden Lowe going to get the halfway bonus, most likely, unless he stuffs it in the wall. Through turn number 3, the short shoot down through turn number 4. Oh no, Claver. We were about to have our first race with no one falling out. Way to ruin that. Hayden Lowe, 10 points to him, and then we'll wait a bit. And Justin Wilkinson gets 9 points. J-Mad gets 8. Travis Martin 7. Talmadge picks up 6 points, and it disappears. That's how far apart they were. And here they come for more stage points. A whole bunch of cars. Clint Roberts, Ethan Evers, Cody Cleaver, Bill Rivard, and Brandon Bikey, they are wadded together here. Looks like a restart. Ethan Evers, your 6th place car. Cody Cleaver, currently 7th. Clint Roberts, red 87. Currently 8th, but gets passed by Brandon Bikey. Bikey now 8th. What a hornet's nest this is. Good gracious. Ethan Evers gets clear of it. Clint Roberts falls all the way out of the top 10. A lot of cars for position there. It goes from 6th place Ethan Evers back to 12th place Ian Montrose. Then they have the lap machine of Daniel Llewellyn mixed in. Yes, this whole pack, 32 now seconds back. This is Cody Cleaver. Moves up to the 6th spot, brings Brandon Bikey with him. So Cleaver up to the 6th spot, Bikey 7th, Edwards 8th, Evers falls back to 9th. Bill Rivard, your top 10, Ian Montrose 11th, Clint Roberts 12th. I sure am glad for these guys putting on a good show. Give us something to watch here. Mike Edwards trying to get inside Bikey. It's a little out of shape, gonna have to wait. Looks like Evers struggling a little bit. Evers was one of the first cars to pit. So here comes Bill Rivard in the 10. Moving up the position. That'll put Bill up to 9th spot. Evers back down to 10th. What up, Corey? How'd your race go? Seem to have broken into 3 little packs here. Mike Edwards. Trash can, oof. Mike Edwards trying to get Bikey. Ouch. Mike Edwards gets Bikey and Cleaver. Now Bikey trying to get by Cleaver. These 3 cars playing leapfrog. Bikey stays in the same spot. Edwards jumps up 2, and Cleaver goes back 2. Edwards up to 6, Bikey 7th, Cleaver 8th, Bill Rivard 9th. Ian Montrose has gotten by Evers for 10th. A lot of top 10 action here. Ethan Evers now 11th. Tyler Lanon's fallen him back quite a bit. He's getting close to falling into the clutches of Clint Roberts. Things falling off quickly for Roberts there. He was up in that pack. This whole group 17 seconds behind 5th place Jarrett Talmadge. Mike Edwards starting to pull away from this group. Brandon Bikey, 7th spot. Or if Cliff likes to call him, Brandon Bacon. Bill Rivard's about to get by Cody Cleaver. He's reeling him in. Probably get down the good draft down the straightaway here as long as he gets a good corner exit. Probably see him dart to the left as we get down to turn 3. There it is. Bill Rivard to the inside of Cody Cleaver. Cleaver sends it in hard on the high side. Not intimidated by Bill peeking down. Bill going to try to get the run off of turn 4 now. Struggled a little bit now. Ian Montrose closing in on the back of Bill Rivard. Madigan steadily closing the gap to Justin Wilkinson. The gap we can keep an eye on currently at about 0.8 of a second. Gets any closer, we'll jump up there. Tyler Lanon's still closing in on Ethan Evers. Got Daniel Llewellyn in between. Evers running down by the inside wall. Gap between second and third is still declining down to 0.6 of a second. 9-car JLDO off the lead lap, 2 laps down. There's Madigan, 76, trying to catch that black and gold 19 out front. Out front of your picture anyway. Pretty impressed with the 3 of Thomas Green. After his penalty, he came out just in front of the leader. So far, he's maintained that just in front of the leader status. Staying on the lead lap in 15th currently. 47 of Dalton Hayes. Slow by the outside wall. Clint Roberts on pit road in the 87. Could we be starting our next round of pit stops already? Clint coming even earlier than Ethan Evers. See what kind of strategy the 87 has as he Gets his right side tires. Looks like it's going to be a 4-tire stop. Sure is. So Clint wanting those tires coming on pit road. Wes Parker, 22, also on pit road. Fortunately, they're able to drive through one another if they're in the box. Scott Elson, the 85 Traxxas Toyota, also on pit road. These cars 17th, 18th, and 19th. One car out of the race so far. Jeremy Clapper has decided to retire. So 23 of our 24 still on track. Hayden Lowell by 8.3 seconds over Justin Wilkinson in the 19. Wilkinson has JR Eel in the 9, trying to get around or draft or one of the two. Madigan's lost a little ground now. He's back up to 0.8 behind. 5 seconds behind these guys, the Ghost Man. Currently in the 4th spot, Jarrett Talmadge in 5th. Talmadge getting way down on the inside on the backstretch. Maybe he's bored. Maybe he's just doing it for fun. Who knows? Maybe there's something that he knows we don't. I know there could be a bubble out there by the wall, but I don't think you need to go that far down. A little less dramatic about it on the front stretch. Talmadge rides 5th. Mike Edwards, 17 seconds behind Talmadge. Then you have Bikey, Bill Rivard. Cody Cleaver, Ian Montrose, all grouped together. Edwards was in this group, but he's now almost 2 seconds ahead of him. Jeremy Shears brought the 15 to pit road, currently in the 14th spot. Looks like he's brought the 69 of Jay Munchin with him. Lap 60. So assuming we'll see these cars again around lap 80, they can go to the ends. Madigan's gotten around JR Deal. Next car for Madigan to get up to is Justin Wilkinson's 2nd place car. Oh, as the 19 comes to pit road right when I go on board. So Justin Wilkinson brings the 19 from 2nd place to pit road. Across the yard of bricks. Travis Martin on pit road as well. 63 machine, teammates to the 19. Martin hits his box cleanly. Oh, nope, he had to back up a little bit. Slid through the box. Uncharacteristic. It looked tidy, but I was wrong. Travis Martin having to back up a tiny bit. Better to do that when the field's all spread out like it is than under yellow or when the field's tight together. If you're going to do it, might as well do it now. Comes Hayden Lowell to pit road, race leader, as Joseph Madigan stays out to take over the race lead. Madigan does get credit for leading lap 61. Hayden Lowell cleanly into his box. See the 3 Thomas Green been staying just in front of our leader the whole time. He heads back out. There goes Hayden. Down and away. Got the 82 of Mark Dingman right in front of him. With J-Mad leading and cars pitting, we currently have 8 cars in the lead lap. Travis Martin, the last of those. There is Travis. E. Montrose on pit road. I believe Bikey is as well. There he is. Montrose, Bikey hitting pit road. Travis has already pitted, as has Justin Wilkinson. Hayden Lowell has already pitted. Mike Edwards has not come to pit road yet. And what makes Mike sick to his stomach knowing he is not pit yet is that the car that is 1.5 seconds behind him, Hayden Lowell, has already pitted. It's not a good feeling. Not a good feeling at all. Mike Edwards comes to the race lead as Madigan and Talmadge both hit pit road. Edwards still has to pit and has Hayden Lowell less than a half second behind. And he'll give up the lead before he even gets to pit road. As there goes Hayden for the race lead. How about that, folks? We had a pass for the lead on the racetrack. Hayden Lowell resumes command of the race. Mike Edwards likely to hit pit road this time by. Second caution is out. We have a caution flag. What has happened? Cody Cleaver's driving slow with a damaged race car. See if this is him. All over the infield grass, up into the outside wall. Perhaps this is our caution. Don't see anything else bringing it out. Oh man, brutal hit for the 4 machine. Trying to correct it, overcorrects into the outside wall, then all the way to the inside wall. The double whammy for the 4. And he drives it back out. Surprised the yellow came out for that as low as he was. But seems to be where we are with this. Tough break for Cleaver and a lot of drivers that had pit. Looks like Dalton Hayes is also retired from this race. So Hayes and Jeremy Clapper out of this event, 23rd and 24th. Well, this changes a bit of strategy. Not sure who's going to come to pit road, but that big lead is going to be gone. Edwards has to pit in the 14. He yet to come to pit road. This might actually kind of screw over the 14. He'll drop to the last car in the lead lap, most likely, depending on who pits and who doesn't. Hayden Lowell fakes pit road, stays out as expected. Wilkinson stays out. Madigan stays out. Martin stays out. Talmadge coming in, 16. Clint Roberts staying out. Bill Rivard, where are you going? Rivard stays out. Bikey stays out. Lanin stays out. Montrose comes down. Ethan Evers comes down. We may see some 2-tire stops. We may see some no-tire stops. Fuel only. Wes Parker on the lead lap, as is Thomas Green. So these two, after making that early mistake, have 30 laps to try and make up for it after being on the lead lap when the yellow flag flies. Wes Parker gets a new shot at it. Mark Dingman taking the wave around. Dingman will be the 15th and final car on the lead lap. As Jeremy Sherry is trapped behind the leaders. So let's take a look at those that took pit stops here. Ian Montrose first car down and away, 4-second stop, so fuel stop for him. Mike Edwards, 27-second stop, so I'm thinking he took some damage repair. He'll come off pit road in 10th spot. Thomas Green, 4-second stop, most likely fuel only. Wes Parker, 7 seconds. Probably also fuel only. Jarrett Talmadge, 26 seconds. Usually indication of a little bit of damage repair. Mark Dingman yet to pit. If he has a set of tires, or a couple sets of tires, this will be a good time to use one for him since he has nothing to lose. But if he only has one set, probably want to save that. Ethan Evers still on pit road. Believe he's trying to repair damage. And of course the 4 of Cody Cleaver behind him also taking damage repair. He's at 1:30 on his pit stop. So a lot of repairs going on that 4 machine. Dingman does not come to pit road. So maybe did not have that set of tires as we get the sign for 30 to go. Lights out on our Ford Mustang pace car. Less than a lap away from getting this race resumed. Front row will be Hayden Lowell, Justin Wilkinson. Row 2, Joe Madigan, Travis Martin. Row 3, Clint Roberts, Bill Rivard. Row 4, Tyler Lanin, Ian Montrose. Row 5, Mike Edwards, Thomas Green. So Thomas Green and West Park will be 10th and 11th on this restart. See how much they can recover after being 2 of the top, really 5 cars, I would say. Jarrett Talmadge in 12th spot. Mark Dingman 13th. Brandon Bikey 14th. Catching back up to the pack. And Ethan Evers. He's going to have to hustle. Coming off a pit road after repairs. We're getting set to take a restart. Field's in 3 and 4. There's no way Ethan Evers is catching up. Field works their way through turn number 4. Evers still 20 seconds behind the field, so yeah, not likely. Ford Mustang GT makes that left turn down pit road. Control car Hayden Lowell, the Lowe's machine, gets us restarted. Madigan, a great restart. It's going to be right beside Justin Wilkinson heading down into turn number 1. Battle on for second. Madigan to the inside of Justin Wilkinson. And Madigan does get second away from Justin T. Wilkinson, Travis Martin, P4, Clint Roberts in the 5th spot. Got Bill Rivard all over his back bumper. Thomas Green looking to the inside of Tyler Lanin. Green able to get alongside. Pushes Lanin up to the high line. Thomas Green looks to the inside of Bill Rivard. Not quite there yet. Uh-oh. Gotta blink. Bill Rivard going to the inside of Clint Roberts. Roberts did not get off turn 4 very good. Green going to push Rivard by. Now going to look to the inside of Bill Rivard. Try to get another spot. Thomas Green on a tear on this restart. All the way up to the 5th spot now. Bill Rivard, Tyler Lanin side by side for 6th. Mike Edwards, Ian Montrose, Clint Roberts in tow. Showing 27 of Bikey on pit road. Not sure if Bikey picked up a penalty or something. Another one of our lead lap cars having trouble. Thomas Green all the way up to 5th. Tyler Lanin has Bill Rivard looking to his inside. Bill gets a little tight coming off the corner. It's going to give Mike Edwards in a 14 a run. We're going to go 3 wide. Good gracious. Mike Edwards never one to shy away from a difficult situation. We're looking at 3 wide down in turn number 1. Full send. Bill Rivard gets into Tyler Lanin. Both of them go around. Collects Clint Roberts, Jeremy Scherer, the 69, the 00 of Nathan Lafayette. Everyone else so far able to avoid, except Daniel Llewellyn gets a late hit on the 83 of Tyler Lanin. That all happened when Mike Edwards sent it 3 wide. Lanin and Bill Rivard not able to navigate that, and around they went. Meanwhile, Mike Edwards sits in the 6th spot. Let's go back and take a look at this 3 wide that went poorly. Let me go back a little further. Why not? All right, here we go. See, the 83 gets up high. The 10 struggles off corner exit. Mike Edwards takes advantage of it. Tries to get a 2-for-1. Goes to the bottom. Edwards trying to get elbows out for corner entry. Rivard trying to get corner entry. Goes up into the 83. And then the calamity behind. Let's see if we can look back from the 14. Going to be here. They make contact beside him, and then a wreck is on. They come down to the track, into traffic. Big pileup in turn 1. Let's look on board the camera of, let's try the 23. Daniel Llewellyn, see what he saw thrown through there. Go on board. So you see the 3 wide way up ahead. All Daniel sees is the back of Little Caesar's machine, JR Deal. Up ahead, you see the cars get up into the wall. Llewellyn gets in the back of JR Deal as JR checks up for the wreck. And Llewellyn comes in, clips the back of the 83, gets quite a bit of damage there. Let's see who was closer to this. 00, we see the 15. See the 16. Let's see what Jarrett sees. Maybe even Wes Parker. Right on board with Wes here. Probably have to see Montrose's view because it's right in front of him. Can't see through the monster car. Alright, Ian, let's see what you saw. At this moment, if I'm Ian Montrose, I am scared. It's hard to get corner entry. Cars 3 wide like that. Several cars on pit road. $25 to go. Maybe guys can stretch the fuel here if they get another yellow. Everyone coming down. That did suck, Bill. Are you out, man? Dang, I didn't know you'd already used the fast repair. Oh, meatball, brutal. Yeah, that 3 wide was not a way to enter a corner at Indianapolis. I thought somebody for sure would lift, usually the outside car, but not so much. So Justin T. Wilkinson takes over the race lead by staying out here. Travis Martin also stays out, as did Mike Edwards, Wes Parker, Mark Dingman, and Brandon Bikey. Those that had come to pit road under this caution: Madigan Talmadge, Hayden Lowell, Justin Green, Ian Montrose, Tyler Lanin, Clint Roberts, Scott Elson, Ethan Evers, J.R. Deal, Jeremy Scher, Daniel Llewellyn, Jay Munch, Lafayette. Pretty much everyone down there. '83 said he didn't hear 3 wide, so he came up to get some room, got it. Yep, no one reminded me to turn driver chat on, so it's been quiet today. Maybe next race or Justin Wilkinson, your race leader. Strategy at play here. These drivers know they can't make it the rest of the way. Lights out on our Ford Mustang pace cars. We head down the back stretch, getting set for the restart. First DNF, oof. 2 Fords on the front on row 1, 2 Toyotas row 2, and 2 Chevrolets row 3. Kind of neat. It works their way through turn 3. The short shoot down into turn number 4. Field will be under control of the black 19, Justin Wilkinson, that Tony Stewart smoke machine. Pace car makes that left turn. Wilkinson wasting no time getting back on that throttle. Mike Edwards going to try to challenge Travis Martin for second. Wes Parker recovering from that penalty. Into the 4th spot. Mark Dingman 3 wide with Bikey and the 76 of Madigan. Not a situation you really want to be in. Just saw 3 wide not work out so great. We're 3 wide again. Oh, the 5 of Hayden Lowell gets into the 16 of Jarrett Talmadge, and the wreck is on. Ian Montrose just hammered the inside wall. This one's happening off the racetrack, may not bring out the yellow. So far has not, but we'll go back and take a look at what happened. Obviously we're 3 wide. Hayden Lowell gets up and into the 16 of Talmadge, sends him around. Ian Montrose, an innocent bystander in that one. Let's go back one more time with the rear chase view while our race stays green. Not rear chase, we went far chase. There we go. And Hayden Lowell just comes up in corner exit, gets into the 16, sends him around. Ian Montrose nowhere to go, piles in. Wreck happens off the racing surface, so the yellow flag does not come out. Those drivers, unfortunate to be caught up in that. Our field makes its way down the backstretch once more. Justin Wilkinson over a half second over Travis Martin. Joe Madigan 3rd, Mike Edwards 4th, Wes Parker in 5th. Highest up car trying to make it on fuel with it pit under that stop is going to be Madigan in 3rd. Bikey in front of Thomas Green there. It's the battle for 6th. Green going to try to use the draft down the front stretch. To the inside, Thomas Green goes. It's a good drive off the corner and clears Brandon Bikey heading down into turn number 2. Now sets his sight on Wes Parker. Complexion of this race changing completely as Hayden Lowell got a piece of that. Don't see heavy damage to him, but he's in the 10th spot right now. Cody Cleaver, Bill Rivard still on pit road working on meatballs. Thomas Green gets by Wes Parker. That'll move him up to the 5th spot. Keep your eye on Thomas Green and Joe Madigan. Both came down on lap 71. Roberts looks like he came back down to top off. Clint currently in the 8th spot. Jump back on our gap view here now that we've taken inventory of the pit stops. Hayden Lowell trying to work his way back up. Getting by Brandon Bikey now. Lowell has some left rear damage, as you can see on the 5. Dominated this race. Clint Roberts brushing the outside wall. Looks like there's a bit of right front damage on the 5 too. Left rear you can deal with, but right front can slow you down quite a bit, especially if you're out front. Tough pill to swallow for our leader of the most laps, Hayden Lowell. Such a big lead. Came down the top off the fuel, gets back behind some folks. Gets a little bit out of shape trying to get to the inside of Wes Parker coming off the corner. Then tries to get back up in front of Clint Roberts. Roberts still going to look to his inside. Lowell going to power by on the outside. Try to keep the hammer down and stay ahead. Able to do so. Now he's going to try to get a run on Wes Parker in the 22. Clint does not go with him. Hayden comes back up in front of him. Clint is pretty much going anywhere that 5 car is not. We're showing you this because up front it's a little boring. Justin Wilkinson out front. Lowell finally gets a good run on Parker, gets him up out of the groove. Clint Roberts going to try to follow through. Tyler Lanin. We're going to look 3 wide again. This time we're going to try it in turn number 3. Will anyone back out? Wes Parker does. Parker wanted no part of that. Parker's seen that work poorly down in turn 1, so he decided to get out of it. Now Lanin and Roberts do battle for 7th. Travis Martin's reeling in Joseph Madigan for the 2nd spot. We'll jump up there if he gets any closer. Meanwhile, I keep saying Justin, Thomas Green's reeling in Travis Martin for the 3rd spot, so we're about to have a 3-car battle there. Things settle down here. Let's go check it out. There is the gap between the 3. Madigan, Martin, and Green. 2nd, 3rd, and 4th on the racetrack. 17 laps to go from Indy. Pretty sure most of these cars have to pit. Madigan may not. If he can stretch the fuel. Ethan Evers on pit road in the 8 machine. Evers now 2 laps down. Been a struggle for him today. Thomas Green peeks to the inside of Travis Martin. Able to get the nose there. These two have a bit of history in the series. All clean there. Green able to get him by the end of the straightaway. Moves up to take his arc into the corner number 3. Now we'll set sail after Joe Madigan. He's going to get a good run on Madigan coming off the corner here. Green to the inside as you see Hayden Lowell coming to pit road. Hayden Lowell, the first of our main pack to come down. See, he's brought Wes Parker and Mark Dingman all out of the top 10. Green up to the 2nd spot. See if he can run down Justin Wilkinson. And that gap is shrinking. As Wilkinson comes to pit road, he knows he's not going to make it. Goes ahead and peels off. I need to quit going more with his car. Every time I do, he pits. Uh-oh. Jump to a replay randomly. Here's the restart. Who knows what's going on right now? Camera's being weird. Thomas Green takes over the race lead. Joe Madigan now in tow in 2nd. And the pit strategy unfolding. Lap 71, 71, 72 for our top 3. Fire the guy in the truck. Alright, that's me. Fire me. Thomas Green, race leader, pitted last on lap 71, has to go to 95. Be asking him to go 24 laps. right on the edge of that pit window that we've seen. Clint Roberts has a lap in hand over these two out front. And Jarrett Talmadge also laps 71. Hayden Lowell has completed his pit stop and is in the 5th spot. Montrose, we saw in that accident, Montrose in 6th spot. Trying to limp that car home. And you got Wes Parker in 7th. Parker's made his pit stop for fuel, knows he can go the distance. And you have Wilkinson, Edwards, Martin, Tyler Lanin, Mark Dingman, Brandon Bikey, Scott Elston have all come to pit road. Those 14 cars on the lead lap. Thomas Green stretching out a little bit over Joseph Madigan, race leader. Who's that in the background? Is that Clint Roberts coming to pit road? So Clint Roberts' car we thought might be able to stretch it came down on 72, hits pit road at 83. Perhaps Clint knew he couldn't make it. Jeremy Scher in the background, he's first car 1 lap down, comes to pit road. Very curious about this decision. See if Clint does a splash and go. No, he's taking right side tires. Stay on board, see if he takes the lefts. Takes lefts as well. Very, very surprising. So Clint Roberts, 4 tires, fuel, down and away. He gets passed by cars that have pitted earlier. Hayden Lowell now up to the 4th spot. Has 4 seconds over Justin Wilkinson. Now let's see if I keep saying Justin. Jarrett Talmadge, Joseph Madigan, Thomas Green. The last 3 to be out front on that old strategy of 71. It would have to go 24 laps. Clint would have had to go 23. Talmadge stays out, as do Madigan and Thomas Green. Very curious. Just when we think we have it figured out, here come the curveballs. This can be a notoriously hard track to save fuel on with the long straightaways. So Hayden Lowell has pitted for fuel in 4th spot. He is 2.5 seconds behind Jarrett Talmadge. Talmadge with the damage from that accident with Ian Montrose. And Talmadge is 28 seconds behind Madigan and Green. Let's go back and look at our gaps now that we understand the pit windows. Top 3 still need to pit or try to stretch it to the end. Indianapolis, a fuel mileage race. You say it ain't so. Pretty common theme. Madigan still P2, 2.2 seconds behind Thomas Green. Hayden Lowell probably would want Madigan to go up there and push Thomas Green, try and get him to run out. Mostly we're just guessing in the broadcast booth. It says pit for Thomas Green, but trust me, he's not. He's just having a little blinking issue. He wouldn't pit on the backstretch. That's not possible. Hayden Lowell should be about to take over. There's Justin Wilkinson all over the back of him. Talmadge probably not happy with Hayden Lowell. Lowell being the reason he got turned around in the first place. Made it notoriously difficult for the 5 car. Justin Wilkinson looks inside of Hayden Lowell. Hayden gets sideways coming off the turn. Wilkinson to his inside. They door bang. They're touching at Indianapolis. Justin Wilkinson, Hayden Lowell banging doors, and Hayden gets into the door of Justin Wilkinson. He goes under the cone. That's going to be a black flag for the 19. Justin Wilkinson sent by Hayden Lowell underneath the yellow cone. Sure, they're going to be trying to clear that in the driver channels. Obviously, they don't want him to serve that black flag. It wasn't intentional. So Jarrett Salmage back to 7th now. Hayden Lowell up to the 3rd spot. Hayden Lowell getting very defensive. Door banging with the 19 of Justin Wilkinson, sending him down pit road. And you have Wes Parker, Travis Martin, 4th and 5th. Trying to stay in touch with Hayden Lowell. 7 laps remaining. Travis Martin trying to get by Wes Parker. Want to get a good strong run here. Martin way down to the inside to make sure he doesn't pin his teammate Parker behind the 2. Yeah, that would be a real spicy radio, Rev. Real spicy radio. Wes Parker now behind Justin Wilkinson. Wilkinson trying to rebound. Probably pretty hot under the collar. Madigan and Green still on track. Hayden Lowell, the first of the cars that we know can make it. Are they trying to save up front? 6 laps remain from Indianapolis. Thomas Green still leads. Last pit, lap 71, would have to stretch it 24 laps. Very hard to save 1 lap of fuel here. And we can talk about that later, Rev. Thomas Green up by 2.4 seconds over Joe Madigan in 2nd. Is Green using other cars to draft? If I'm Thomas Green, if these guys are going fast enough, I would just stay right in line. Hayden Lowell has been destroyed. What happened here? Justin Wilkinson gets to his inside and it goes badly. This car he sent down pit road gets into the back of him. And around he goes as he tries to correct it. Collects Wes Parker, Travis Martin. We have beef for sure now. The 19 and 5, Hayden Lowell, Justin Wilkinson making contact once again. And that big lead Thomas Green and Joe Madigan had is gone. Hayden Lowell ends up on his side. Pace car goes flying by. Well, things just got really interesting. The 3 and the 76 get to save fuel here. Lowell, Wilkinson, Martin all on pit road. I didn't think Wilkinson got too much damage there, but we'll have to go back and see what happens, how he ends up coming down. Perhaps he just said F it and parked it. Gets into Hayden. He gets into the outside wall again. That could be why. Yeah, I don't want to hear what's going on either. You see Hayden flipping in the background. Wilkinson's got right side damage. He takes it down to the pit road. It's spicy, I imagine. I imagine it was spicy when the first event happened. For sure, Rowdy. For sure. And then he goes straight to pit road. Fascinating. Alright. Things are all kinds of different up front. Brandon Bikey leads this race in the 27th. Clint Roberts 2nd now. Wes Parker 3rd. Mark Dingman 4th. Tyler Lane in 5th. Scott Elston 6th. Thomas Green now 7th after having pitted. Joe Madigan coming off pit road in 8th. So then in theory, would that not give a big tire advantage to the 3 in 7th? Thomas Green, first car off pit road, perhaps having fresh tires. Could that make a difference and let him get through as the laps wind down? All kinds of things unfolding in this race. Don't want to leave now, folks. Things are getting interesting. Bikey, race leader. In front of him, the 9 and 69, going to get the wave arounds. J.R. Deal will be 1 lap down, as will J. Munch. It will be the last 2 cars 1 lap down. Daniel Llewellyn heading out of pit road. He's been repairing damage since that 3-wide incident that he got a piece of. We might need the hauler after this race. I mean, really, you just need a 10 cents team meeting. Yeah, Evers on pit road with repairs. Cody Cleaver still on pit road with repairs. Bill Rivard's called it in 21st. Ethan Evers 20th, serving a meatball, it looks like. Travis Martin on pit road serving repairs. Justin Wilkinson, Hayden Lowell all serving repairs. Jay Munch 16th, 1 lap down. Last car 1 lap down. Ian Montrose a lap down. J.R. Deal, Nathan Lafayette, Jeremy Scherer, all those cars 1 lap down. Daniel Llewellyn we're showing now in 11th on the lead lap. Good job, Daniel. Way to hang in there. Lights out on our Ford Mustang GT pace car as we head down to turn number 3, getting set for the restart. We will have a natural green-white checker, so this one does not count towards the tally, but is technically a green-white checker. We're working lap 3 of the scheduled 95. Be 94 when we cross the line, so that's why technically green-white checker, but also doesn't count towards the count of 3 that we get. Alright, let's go ahead and pull our pit stop lap so we know the tires are coming from 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th. Those guys perhaps going to be in a hurry. Could get real spicy real fast. Brandon Bikey gets us restarted in that red and white 27. From the outside lane, Clint Roberts on the inside. A couple of red Chevys up front now. Keep an eye for the tires coming from mid-pack. Thomas Green got stuck on the inside. Madigan up to the 6th position. Madigan up to the 4th position. Madigan going for the 3rd position. Oh my gosh, those tires are amazing. Madigan peeking to the inside on Tyler Lane. Madigan keen to block off the advance of the 16 of Talmadge. Does Madigan have enough time to run down Clinton Bikey? Oh, he's got plenty of time. He is on the back bumper of Clint Roberts with white flag in the air. 1 lap to go from Indianapolis. Clint trying to block his advances, but just not going to be enough. White flag in the air. Joe Madigan up to 2nd on the back bumper of Brandon Bikey, but he has Jarrett Talmadge in the 16 right behind him. He can't give up the track position to the 16, but trying to get by race leader Brandon Bikey. Gets very tight coming off the corner. Madigan to the race lead, going down the backstretch. Jarrett Talmadge trying to go 2 for 2. Mike Edwards going to send it 3 wide between Clint Roberts and the 16. Jarrett Talmadge, Madigan safely through turn number 3. Jarrett Talmadge clears to 2nd. Mike Edwards going to try to get 3rd as we come to the start-finish line. What an incredible job by Madigan. Joseph Madigan going to win at the Brickyard in the Fort Worth screen printing Xfinity Series, Joe Madigan gets it done. Holy cow, what a restart that was. Madigan with the tires takes the race win. Jarrett Talmadge second, Mike Edwards third, Brandon Bikey. Good job to hold on for fourth. Clint Roberts finishes fifth. Tyler Lane sixth. Thomas Green gets up to seventh. Wes Parker eighth. Mark Dingman ninth. Daniel Llewellyn gets himself a top 10. Good job, Daniel. Scott Elston 11th. Last car in the lead lap. Wow, what a race. Jeremy Scherer, 12th spot, as the 3 turns his teammate just for fun. Trust me, guys, that wasn't a mean turn and spin. That was just a couple teammates goofing off. That one's not beef. Now, if we see the 19, that one might be beef. What an incredible finish. Joe Madigan driving through the field on the fresh tires. We thought it was going to be Thomas Green. But Madigan gets it done. Top 3 to the interview room, please. Mike Edwards and Jarrett Talmadge, along with Madigan. As we'll watch the 76 come to his little burnouts. See if he knows not to disrespect the bricks. Nope, I'm going to do it right on the bricks. What about last place? Jamie Clapper Newell. It's a crazy finish. Quite a nice burnout here for Madigan. Showing off for the fans on through the valley of fans. When you go through the front stretch, got fans on left and right. What a way to burn them down. I'm impressed. I'm looking for the 16 and the... What's that, 16? Yeah, 16 and 14. Oh my gosh, Jeremy Scherer. Our broadcast started with him doing a backflip off pit wall, and it's going to nearly end with one. Still waiting for the 14 and 16 in driver chat. I think I'm just going to drag them up here. Tired of waiting, Michael? You're just going to get up here as soon as I find your car on track. There he is. Let's go back a couple laps so we don't have to worry about it anymore. Let's go with restart. Be a fun putt. There we go. Man, that was a crazy, crazy finish. Jump to 1, hit a 1/3, and let's roll. Oh, good. He came up. Mikey, what's up?
Hey.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
Well, you brought it home in the top 3. You had a set of tires laying around there at the end. Great strategy call. And what a crazy finish there at the end. How do you feel about it?
Yeah, that was intense. From what 10th to 11th, all the way up to 3rd there at the end. It's crazy. I usually suck at Indy. Didn't want to race tonight. Best Indy finish. Great strategy, so I'll take it.
Sam Ford, how was it coming through the field in those 2 laps? Was it just get all you can get and hope for the best?
It wasn't too bad. Everybody was given the 76 and 16 room. I was just kind of following behind and had a huge run going there in the last lap on the backstretch, but kind of got all clobbered up there. Had to let off in the corner. But I'll take P3.
TM4, how spicy was the driver chat between a couple of the guys there after that last one?
Oh, it was pretty bad. Going to be an interesting admin chat after this race.
So it was a good thing I had driver chat off today?
Oh, 1,000%.
10-4, all right, but it'll be an interesting one in the Discord tonight. Appreciate you. Congrats on your P3. You got any sponsor friends and shout outs you want to give out?
Yeah, just everybody at Fort Worth Screen Printing and our esports team. Great strategy call as always. You doing the broadcast and Travis for doing this league.
10-4. Thanks, Mikey. Congrats on your podium finish, and we'll catch you in the next race.
Thank you.
All right, let's grab our second place driver. Believe that will be Mr. Talmadge. Jarrett, DG, got a copy? Hey, hello. We got no Jarrett. Jarrett. I can't hear him. Alright. Send him back to the waiting room. We'll let him try to fix his stuff, and we'll grab Thomas Green.
That's fine.
Thomas, DG, got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, how was that race for you? You brought it home P7. How'd that feel out there? Was it a little bit chaotic?
It was chaotic, very loose. A lot of fun though. I mean, we had a lot of speed. Just messed up the pit stop and got a speeding penalty early at a 40-second stop, and we had to just manage the gap to the leader the entire run. I thought I might never get a caution, but there was times where I was pulling from the leader, so I was hoping like maybe if I can get a caution, I might be actually able to play strategy right and maybe even possibly get a win. But the strategy I was playing there at the end was just try to just push as hard as I can and then short pit for as little amount of fuel as I could have with how long it takes to pit here. I thought maybe I could get a gap, and yeah, because I think the 76 still had tires, so maybe I could have gotten a gap to him, but it would have been close. But nonetheless, it was a great race. Yeah, this track is crazy.
It was very entertaining from the broadcast booth, especially towards the end. Oh my goodness. Thanks for racing with us. Appreciate you. And thanks for letting us interview while we waited for everyone to get in the interview.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you, man.
It was Thomas Green finishing 7th. We just grabbed him because Jarrett's mic wasn't working. Is your mic working now? I kind of heard you.
Oh, hello.
There we go. What's going on, Jarrett? Got a P2 tonight, bringing home that 16 car in the 2nd position. Crazy finish there at the end. Looks like you had a set of tires laying around and were able to bring it up to P2. Tell me how that was fighting towards the end there.
Well, I thought it was over because I got wrecked on that restart. And then to be completely honest, I was gonna pit that lap before that yellow came out, but I decided to stay out one more. I don't know how. That was the most undeserved P2 ever.
Well, things happen. Sometimes you luck into things, and sometimes you back into a win like Kyle Busch did this weekend. Just kind of how it happens on occasion. That's racing, man, you know? So take them when you get them.
I will certainly take that.
You got any friends or sponsor shout-outs you want to give out?
Shout out to you for broadcasting and that. Shout out to Thomas, my teammate.
Who wrecked you at the end of the race?
He did. Toxic tempers were flaring.
All right, bud. Congrats on your P2 finish, and we'll let you get out of here for the week.
All right, thank you.
Jarrett Talmadge bringing it home. Who are we waiting on? Joe Madigan, where are you at? He's down in driver's chat. What is he doing down there? Let's bring him up. Joe Madigan, DG, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, we got a waiting room, right? I was looking for you there, and I was like, why is our winner not here?
Yeah, I was just talking to Hayden, seeing what happened after the race on that, but yeah, sorry about that.
Staying forward, man, what a crazy finish. Looks like you had a set of tires laying around. Thomas Green, not so sure he did or not, but looks like you were able to make him work, get through the field up to the front on a 2-lap shootout, basically, and got the job done. Very impressive finish there. Tell me how you were able to drive through the field.
I honestly have no idea. I was stuck on the outside, I think about 8th on that green-white checkered, and I thought I was going to be screwed, but luckily 7th place with Thomas. He didn't get a great launch, and I was able to relax a little bit, and the guys in front didn't have tires, so that certainly helped me, but I just got lucky picking through traffic. Earlier in the run, or in the race, I felt like I had the 2nd place car based on pace because Hayden was just gone from the field.
Big gone.
But yeah, for sure. I mean, dude can wheel. But I kept getting undercut by I think I don't know, I think that was Wilkinson. And I couldn't recover from that. So caution came out late, and I was determining, well, do I go the safe route and just pit and take tires, or do I just pit and save my set in case a caution does come out? And I kept losing hope until that final caution came out, and then that was basically just the cherry on top. I knew I had a real chance then.
Now, before that final yellow, were you going to be able to make it to the end or no?
I had, when the caution came out, I had 1.4 laps left, so no, I was not going to make it. So
Dang.
that changed everything. I had everything set. I kept changing my gallon amount, and tires. Like I kept checking, unchecking. Will tires take too long? Blah blah blah. And eventually, I got the caution that I wanted, and I was like, well, I know what I'm doing now. So, and luckily, entering pit road, the third place guy was like 15 seconds back when I entered pit road. So that got me up to 8th on the restart. If I wasn't there, I don't know where I'd be.
Yeah, it worked out well that you're 8th instead of 7th. You were able to get the outside line rolling and not get clogged up like Green did there. So actually, it seemed to work out better for you to be out there.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Well, congrats on the win. Take them how you can get them, that's for sure. And congrats. You got any friends, family, sponsor shout outs you want to give out?
I'd like to thank out my teammate, my whole team, Madigan Motorsports, Mad Dog Designs, Napa Auto Parts, Penske, Mountain Dew, Ford Performance, Fort Worth Fingerprinting, and of course you for broadcasting this. This was a fun race. Third start, I believe. I don't really count Talladega as one, so technically second last week. So yeah, looking really consistent right now, and hopefully we can keep it moving forward.
10-4. Appreciate you racing with us, and we'll catch you in the next race.
All right, thank you.
Congrats again. There's Joe Madigan in the 76, getting the victory tonight. Great job by him. Very entertaining race. Never knew what was going to happen until the end there. Man, oh man. It looked like it was Hayden Lowell's race to lose, and then all kind of craziness breaks out. Fantastic race from the booth standpoint. Very entertaining, at least. Hopefully the drivers aren't too angry at one another. We can all get together and go out for a beer or something later. Appreciate you guys hanging out and watching. Let's get our final rundown here. If we can screen hop, get to our right spot, throw down this and this, bring up this, and here we go. Final unofficial race results. Can't talk all of a sudden. Pending any penalties, that's the word I wanted. Joe Madigan will be your race winner. Jarrett Talmadge second, Mike Edwards third, Brandon Bikey gets the fourth position, Clint Roberts the top 5, Tyler Lanin, Thomas Green, Wes Parker, Mark Dingman, Daniel Lawallen the top 10. Good to see Daniel have a good run there. Page number 2. Scott Elston, Jeremy Scherer, J.R. Deal, Jay Munch, Ian Montrose, Nathan Lafayette, Travis Martin, Hayden Lowell, Justin Wilkinson, Ethan Evers. Those last 4 all involved in late race accidents. And Bill Rivard, Cody Cleaver, Dalton Hayes, Jeremy Clapper Newell round out the top 24. I'm sure there will be plenty of action in the Discord tonight, so be sure to head on over there if you want to keep your eyeballs glued to what's going on. Thank you guys for coming out. We have to say this has been iRacing.com. You can go there, pick up a subscription where you can run these cars and this track. You can also go to dgsracing.com to join our leagues. Go on over to the Big Red Snake. That'll bring you to our Discord where you can sign up for ARCA Cars Monday, these Tuesday night Xfinity cars. Wednesday we run a Cup Series. Thursday we have double headers with the super late models and the trucks. Then on Friday we have fun hosted races. Saturday we have a Legends Series. Sunday we run a Streak Stock League, runs asphalt and dirt. So come on out, check them all out. Racing every night. Appreciate you guys so much. Yeah, catch you in the next race. Thank you.